throughout this, I was working at a very good job, making very good money, and but it wasn't enough. I had started stealing from work, and I was stealing a lot of money. I stole over I believe it was like $2,700 within a month's time. I had stopped. I was in charge of taking the money to the bank, and I would take the bags, take the money out, stuff the bags under my seat, and I had cash. And some days that was, you know, $600 cash. I would party for a while, and it eventually got caught and was arrested. My dad had to go back to Cincinnati again for treatments, and I had a probation meeting on April 14th, the day after my birthday. And friends of mine had gone out, and we drank all night long. We drank at the bars. When the bars closed, we went back to their house, drank there. I went and picked up the kids for school, dropped them off in my probation office. My probation meeting was at 8:30. So I dropped them off. I had enough time to go back home, kind of freshen up a little bit, but I started feeling sick, so I started drinking again. Had about 3 drinks there at the house, brushed my teeth, all the stuff so that they couldn't smell it, and I walked into my probation officer meeting, and I don't remember what my breath test showed, but I was well over the legal limit. I'd been drinking all night, drugging all night, and he gave me an option. He said, you can either go to treatment, or I can march you across this parking lot to the judge, and I guarantee you you're going to be in jail for the next 2 years. And I pleaded with him to give me a chance at treatment. I called the treatment center, told them I was coming in. They said anytime. I went and picked the kids up from school, brought them back home, told them what was going on, that I needed to go into treatment, and that I was being wrongly accused and everything's bad and everybody's out to get me. That's what I told them. Went into treatment on April 15th, 2 years ago. And kind of, you know, I really didn't plan on getting sober. And went in, set my bags down. I remember leaving, I remember getting out of the car. Cassie drove me. And I remember getting out of the car and looking at her and apologizing for what I was putting them through. And I remember her looking. I remember her looking at me, and with a straight face, she told me to get better. I stayed that first night, and the second night. The second day I was there, I started talking to one of my roommates in the detox room, and he noticed I had a Bible. Cassie packed my Bible for me, or Joe did, I don't remember which one, but they had snuck it in my bag, and inside that they also had pictures of them, which meant a lot. But my roommate had talked to me, and I told him I go to church, and I told him I was a Christian. I don't even know how I claimed that part at that time. It was, I guess, because I wanted to be, but I wanted to do it my way. But I was talking to him, and he said, have you ever read this book? And he handed me A Purpose-Driven Life. And I know my parents had it. They had taken the course and really enjoyed it. I was like, sure, I'll take a look at it. He said, you can have it. So I started looking at it and started reading it, because I literally had nothing else to do. 24 hours a day. There was no program insurance or anything for the detox. So all I had to do was read. I was there for 5 days. They let me go home because of my kids and my family. That I told them about my dad having cancer. He's got things that he has to do, and they can't take care of the kids all the time. So I talked them into going home, but I had decided after reading there that, you know, what would hurt to try to stay sober? Millions of people don't drink, and what would it hurt for me to try to stay sober? And I remember praying, God, just take the urge away from me. Why do I have to drink? Why am I this way? And I remember just breaking down that I am not who I want to be anymore. I'm not who I want to be for my kids. I'm not who I want to be for my parents, my brothers. You know, everybody's put up with this for too long, and I decided that with God's help, I'm going to be sober. I was reading the Bible more. I was having daily conversations with God about my life, and reading The Purpose-Driven Life. Still not real sure where I'm going, but I have a purpose. And, you know, my purpose right now is just to be alive for my kids, my family, and tell people about God and how He's helped me. My kids were amazing, you know, telling me of my birthdays, you know, every month. And my friends, I'm sure, got irritated at 6:30 in the morning with text messages. It's my birthday every month for a year. But it felt good that I always got texts back from them, and, you know, they're proud of me and supported me. I don't really know how to say that I took it as a positive challenge. If I can get through this, I can get through anything. If God can get me through this, He can get me through anything. And you know, He really stood by me and stood in my way at the same time. He stood in my way of friends, my old friends, coming back in my life. He always gave me courage to tell my friends that I'm sober, leave me alone. And it, for a change, it felt good. I didn't feel like being sober was something down. You know, it wasn't. You know, the court wasn't making me anymore. My probation officer was happy with me, and you know, I wasn't scared to go in there anymore. Whenever you do good things happen to you. And, you know, if you're doing the right things, you don't have anything to worry about. So April 15th was my 2 years. It's been a good 2 years. Everything that's happened, good and bad, has put me where I'm at today. Still searching for the purpose of my life. But I believe I'm on the right direction now. I'm on the right road. God's been amazing